Okay, so the Confederate monuments and flags. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Most white Americans in this country are of British descent. They were the first ones to come to these shores, right?
The Puritans, Pilgrims.
The Puritans, Pilgrims, and all that, Captain John Smith and all those people, all right? And he had an affair with Pocahontas.
He likes some dark meat.
Hey, you got it. So, leg man instead of breast man. Right. So, the majority of white Americans are of British descent. We went to war against Great Britain. And many Americans have ancestry that fought in that Revolutionary War, right? And we beat Great Britain, which is why 2 months ago, we celebrated in this country called the 4th of July, Independence Day, right? Now, do these Americans who have British ancestry who fought against us, do they honor Great Britain by building statues out here of King George III and flying the Union Jack? No. The winner does not get to build his statues or fly his flags on the winner's land. On December 7th, 1941, we were bombed in Pearl Harbor by the Japanese. We went to war against Japan. There are plenty of Japanese Americans in this country that are as American as anybody else. And we beat Japan. They have ancestors who fought against us. Do they? And of course they honor their ancestors and may not approve of the war, but they don't get out here and build statues to Emperor Hirohito and fly the Japanese flag.
Mm-hmm.
We went to war against Germany. There are tons of German Americans or Americans of German descent in this country. And you know they had ancestry that fought in the Third Reich. They had to, because their leader was a dictator. You either honored him or you were exterminated unless you escaped to Poland or somewhere. All right? So do these German Americans build statues of Joseph Goebbels or Adolf Hitler out here and fly swastikas? No, not unless they're neo-Nazis or something. All right? We beat Germany. The loser does not get to fly his flag or build his statues on the winner's property. Guess what? The Confederacy lost the war. They need to get over it. They don't need to build their statues or fly their flags. This is the United States of America, not the Confederate States of America, the CSA. Right? The Confederacy lost. Now, should the statues be ripped down and destroyed? No. They should be taken down and placed in a museum or build a Confederate memorial park and place them there. And people who want to go and honor those statues and flags, go do so. That's part of our history. Put them there. But they do not represent this country. Those states that fought against the Union were seditionists. They were traitors. They created civil unrest to destroy the unity of this country. We are the United States. Mm-hmm. There should only be one flag.
There's always like, you speak with somebody and they'll say, well, the Civil War wasn't about slavery.
It was about states' rights.
Okay.
Yeah, the state's right to own a slave. That's what states' rights means.
Right.
You know, it's our right to do what we want to do. If we want to own slaves, we're going to own slaves.
States' rights to own slaves. So it's like two parts to that. The slavery is a part of it. So it's
slavery was the biggest part of it, because the people listen. You've heard the term. You know, she comes from old money, or he comes from old money.
Right.
Well, you know what old money is, right? Old money is the money that came off plantations way back then. People picking cotton, picking tobacco. Who picked that stuff? Slaves picked that stuff. The white people weren't working. They weren't paying those slaves. They were making all the money from free labor. That's why the Civil War was fought.